Daniel's convincing me to try hog hunting just one more time. He really wants me to get a hog, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna drive hogs, he's gonna push around hogs, and I'm gonna sit right in the middle of the swamp. Jeff Elliott's there, Nate's there, and we're gonna see if we can get a hog hunt on film. Well, I'm super psyched that Daniel convinced me to stay one more day, to say the least. What is going on is what you can tell, we are in the middle of the swamps. Tonight what we're doing is I got the YHM, not a bow, because they got the boys over at Thompson & Sons, and they are going to run around in this thick stuff and push hogs up and get them running. And these are absolute nuisance, nasty hogs. And if one comes running by, we are gonna empty a magazine into it. So that's our goal, and get some pork chops at the same time. Hold on, let me get that. That's what we got, suppressed. And the Hawk scope, DNZ scope mounts with cutting edge bullets. Anyway, we're gonna settle in. We're gonna be quiet. This kind of hunting's a little bit different. I ain't gotta be in a ground blind. I don't have to be that quiet. I can hear the trucks running around right now, getting all around us in this little bayou thing, and we're gonna hope for the best. You see this trail right here? We're hoping one doesn't run across it, because we got swamp, and you will see me emptying a gun. No, probably not, because Twyla will start running. But you might hear me shooting at a hog running down this thing, so that would be fun. Let me show the YHM logo. Well, we're not sitting there for 15 minutes, and I'm watching trucks and trying to figure out what's going on, and all of a sudden, I mean, out of nowhere, here comes this hog just charging down this little 6-foot wide path that we're sitting on with water on both sides of us. I freaked. That was not supposed to happen. How did you not run?
Quit shaking.
He come around this side and he was running right for us. That was an angry, angry hog. I did not plan on that.
Then the first one was just a click.
Did you? I did not put a shell in. So lesson learned. Your AR-15 before the hog comes. And he turned that corner and I was like, oh goodness. So I was expecting her to jump into the swamp if he got that close, but you hang in there. Fist pump, girl.
Yay.
Good job.
That was the last thing I said to you.
I hope the stable
ready?
shot's on it. You probably can't tell looking at this, but it is trembling.
Last thing I said was, are you ready? You said yes.
So you saw what just happened. Pretty darn awesome in this Florida swamp. You couldn't ask any better. Like I said at the beginning, the boys were out pushing all of the hogs and, you know, just getting in the thick stuff, getting them on their feet. We had Nate, we had Jeff Elliott, and I was sitting here, and of course the hog comes down here. I was texting Jeff Elliott like, I see a hog, I think he's headed your way. Sure enough, he was coming down this little old road, and Twyla started shaking. My gun did not go off. I didn't even rack around. I was absolutely convinced they put me in a horrible spot in the middle of this swamp. Convinced 100%. Didn't even have my gun like picked up. I didn't even rack around, as you can see. So when the hog came, I forgot I didn't rack around, and you saw the whole thing happen live. That is a no joke Florida wild hog, period. And I couldn't be any more jacked. My boy, Salt Life, with the turkey tracks on his hat, he said, give me just one more chance. We're gonna push hogs all up out of these bedding areas nice and early so that you might get a shot at one of these things. And sure enough, I am telling you, come down here. Thank goodness for cutting edge bullets and Yankee Hill machine and everything else, because that hog was, you watched me do it. He was 10 steps from eating my fancy pants, and you know how I feel about my fancy pants. I love them, and I ain't letting no hog tear my fancy pants. I buy them this way.